That's a great question. It's a great question, and it's very similar to questions like, you know, how can he run as a convicted felon? You know, how can he have the nuclear codes if he could never pass a security background check? And I'll answer this a couple different ways. As far as like things like how can he have access to classified information? How can he have access to the nuclear codes? Because it's part of the job, regardless of who fills that job of President of the United States. It's part of the job. If you are the President of the United States, you don't have to pass a background check for security clearances. You get it automatically. You don't have to go through some process to be approved to have access to the nuclear launch codes. It's part of the job. It is a component of that position. You don't have to independently do anything other than get elected to that position. If you get elected to that position, you get all of these things automatically. And the United States electorate, in its infinite wisdom and moderation, decided, we should take someone who was facing 38 or 40 felony counts, and including, I think it was 32 violations of the Espionage Act for stealing and concealing classified documents at Mar-a-Lago and lying to and obstructing the government in their attempts to get those documents back when Donald Trump was not president. We should give that guy access to classified documents again. And we should give him access to the nuclear launch codes again. Somebody whose head is so far up Vladimir Putin's ass, it's not even funny, but the American electorate decided that would be a good idea as long as they can save 50 cents a gallon on gasoline. Now, the second question, how can he run for president if he's a convicted felon? Well, the United States Constitution makes the determination of who is and who isn't eligible to run for president. And you have to be 35 years old. And that's about it. Up until about a year ago, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment also applied to who could run for president. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment said you're not eligible for any federal office if you engaged in or supported an insurrection against the United States. And when that case was brought before this current United States Supreme Court, they basically were like, that applies to everybody except for Donald Trump, who incited an insurrection and supported an insurrection against the United States. So, hope that helps.